So yesterday, I received an email from this gentleman, Jason Wilson. I knew of him because he used to write for The Guardian and he's done some hit pieces on me, I think back in 2017, back when I was a university student at Portland State. So I've always known him to be extremely biased, unfair, and I would say unprofessional. He was allowed to roam free at the various Antifa protests and riots in Portland because he puts out information that is in narratives that are favorable to Antifa. Um, he's originally from Australia. He relocated to Portland, Oregon a number of years ago, and now he's found a career as a blogger for the Southern Poverty Law Center, SPLC. So they're working on a hit piece. It may be out already at this point. I don't know. But he's working on a blog entry about how Subscribestar has various alleged unpalatable people on the far right, people who have been banned elsewhere. They're able to open up a page, an account on Subscribestar. I have an account on Subscribestar. I opened it after I saw that Patreon was very unfair towards its treatment of various people and that it was susceptible to cancel campaigns by the left. And Subscribestar is a good alternative. And I just let him know that I found it really fascinating that his line of attack on me would be for guilt by association, that I'm somehow that I need to answer for the various political views of those who share my content either on social media or on Telegram. What's weird about this line of rationale as an attack on me is that the SPLC has actually inspired a terrorist. Back in 2012, there was a man named Floyd Lee Corkins, who was a fan of the SPLC and used their hate map to target a conservative Christian think tank. He came in with a gun with the intention to carry out a mass shooting and was fortunately thwarted by the security. He was convicted on a firearm assault and terrorism charge when he was being interviewed by the FBI. He said he got the information to target the conservative Christian group from the SPLC. So this is the legacy that the SPLC stands on, and they're asking me to account for those who retweet or repost my content, my reporting. Like, I guess you just have to have no shame, no dignity to not see the irony in that, to even ask somebody questions that Jason did. This is the SPLC who's wagging its finger to reach out to people like me to ask me how do I feel about the politics of the various people who share my content. Yeah, so I asked Jason all of this regarding the financial stuff. Why should I be ashamed that I'm on Subscribestar that asks people for money? Why should I be ashamed that I do this full time? The SPLC has $500 million in assets, okay? And they keep $162 million of it in offshore funds. I looked at their audited financial statement, and I recommend you do too, because they're a registered nonprofit, so they are required to report this information and to make it available. Despite sitting on more money than some small micronations, they still ask for donations every day. Yeah. So that was Jason Wilson of the SPLC, the Disgraced SPLC, reaching out to me for comment on a hit piece.